Oh my goodness. Good morning, Geeks and Gamers 199. Welcome back to another lovely episode of Geeks and Gamers Daily. And I know what you're thinking. Where the hell's Ryan? Where the hell is Jeremy? Are they safe? Are they all right? Well, fuck them. We got the D plus team today.
No, the A plus
G&G,
team.
the S tier team. Okay,
Listen,
all right.
I
don't know who's wondering,
I'm just going to start it out.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to start this out with, listen, I have heard Jeremy give every excuse under the sun for why Tuesday night's main event doesn't have an intro. Daily gets an intro
Yeah, I know.
before Tuesday night's main event gets an intro, bro. He's like, oh, well, it just doesn't do as well. People don't care about intro. Bro, what are we doing, man? I'm glad he's not here.
Steph, is Mike like 2 frames a second for you?
No.
No?
No,
He wasn't?
I'm moving.
Okay.
No.
All right. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit here and there when he gets
They're
excited.
moving and everything.
But it is true. Jeremy refuses to have an intro for Tuesday night's main event. Although I know that several people have made him an intro for main event. He doesn't. But for daily, he's got like a 2-minute intro that everybody loves. No complaints.
No complaints at all. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. A good way to start out the show. And then Jeremy's like, yeah, but how about not for Tuesday night's main event?
How about not for main event? It's not good for audience retention and rewatch. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Welcome back into Geeks and Gamers Daily. What up, Steph? How you doing, Steph?
I'm doing good. I'm a little sleepy, a little allergy, but I'm doing good. I'm ready to go, ready to talk about video games because apparently that's what we're going to talk about.
We talk a little bit about video games, and we'll get into some Superman and Fantastic Four, some Marvel news and stuff. But what up, Epic Mike?
Hey, how's it going, man? Glad to be here. That intro is pretty rad. So I'm going to kind of be bitter about that for a while, but that's okay.
Is that the first time you're seeing that intro?
No, of course not. I watch Daily every day. I watch Daily every day. Why wouldn't I? It's a wonderful way to start my day.
So it's okay. We all sleep through daily.
And bro, this is early for me, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Usually what I do is I'll wake up early, way too early than I should. I'll watch a little bit of Welcome to the Rebellion. I'll listen to Jay's podcast while I'm taking a shit. I'll drink some coffee. Then I'll fall back asleep again, and I'll wake up at like 1 p.m.
Yep.
That sounds like my mornings. Yeah. After I drink my coffee, I get tired.
That's what happens to me
wake
too.
me up anymore.
Yeah. Well, because like I'm up normally at like 6 or 7 in the morning, but by this time I'm tired again. I'm ready to go back to sleep.
Mm.
I usually take a nice little couch nap.
Yeah.
Oh man, nothing
naps are
beats
nice.
a nice couch nap, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially during football season too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just be chilling on the couch. I'll be watching the early games, and then like there's that little soft spot in between the early games and the later games. I'll just close my eyes for about 30 minutes, and I'll wake up and something exciting happens. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for football season.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
But Mike, you've been playing Resident Evil Village. How's that been for your first experience?
Yeah, man, I really like it. It feels like a blend of 4 and 7. Well, 4 remake and 7.
Right.
And I actually really like both of those games a lot. It's not as scary as 7 was, in my opinion, but I really like the aesthetic. And then the vampire ladies are pretty rad. Ethan is kind of whatever. Ethan Winters is kind of a weird protagonist. I have a love-hate relationship with him, but the story itself is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm really interested to see where it goes. So
Yeah, Ethan, because Ethan started off in 7. Capcom really wanted to just kind of have like a nameless, faceless character because they did the whole VR thing with 7 and first person. That was like their first person Resident Evil. And they're like, we really want to put the players in the game. So, but then when they're like, oh, we're going to continue his story. Well, we kind of need to make him interesting. So let's give him a daughter. Let's give him an actual face model. Because in 7, he didn't even have a face model.
yeah, it's pretty wild, dude.
But no, Village is great. It's one of my personal favorites just because like that's when we were locked down. That game came out in 2021, or maybe it was 2020. I can't remember, but we were like still all locked down, still recovering from COVID and stuff. So, and that game came out, I was like, finally, something fucking good in my life. Let's go. Resident Evil Village. There is a lot of reused assets from Village in 4 Remake, but dude, once you get it down, because I know, like, how many hours were you in the Castle Ditramesque?
I think altogether like 6, something like that, 6 or 7. Yeah.
Dude, you'll eventually, if you keep replaying it and like want to replay it to get the better guns, the better weapons, and keep like restarting, because after you beat the game, instead of clicking new game in the menu, if you just press continue, you'll reload a new save, but with all the weapons you already have, all the money you have, everything. So it's sort of like a kind of a new game plus, but not really. But once you get good at it, dude, you'll be speed running the game, beat the entire game in like 2 hours if you're really good at it.
Nice. Hey, I respect it, man. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I dig it. It's very much the Resident Evil format. I have no complaints about that. Like I said, Ethan's just a little whatever sometimes. He gets a little whiny, you know? He's like, oh man, this is really tough and stuff. But Lady Dimitrescu and her kids are pretty wild, man. Got to see what she really looks like without going into spoilers. See what she really looks like, man. And I'm not in love with her anymore. I'll say that.
I still love her. Every time I start a new playthrough, I'm like, oh yeah, Lady Double D. Yeah. Love her. But a lot of people are playing through the Resident Evil games. I know that probably around this fall, I'll start playing through some Resident Evil games again in the road to Resident Evil Requiem. And I wanted to bring this up because it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
It's an older tweet, but this was around the reveal for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. We got the showcase where we've seen the trailer, and the trailer's down here and stuff. But what's coming up is Gamescom. And August 20th through the 24th, there's going to be a playable demo at Gamescom. Now, the past couple Resident Evils, I think going back to 2 Remake, there has been a public demo available on Steam or on PlayStation, you know, wherever you're playing it. There has been a public demo for people to play. But this it's a little vague. Playable demo, Gamescom, August 20th through the 24th. Mike, do you think that this will be available to the public around the same time? Do you think we're going to have to wait a couple of weeks afterwards? Like, when do you think, if they're doing the playable demo for the people attending the con, whatever, like, when do you think we can expect the public to get a demo for this?
I mean, with anything, my guess is it'll depend on the response to things. If it's what we're hearing, which is like a return to like way more horror and going back to Raccoon City and kind of like a love letter to the previous games, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe like we don't even have to wait 2 weeks before they drop the demo to the public. You know, if it's really hype. But if people play it and they don't like it, or there's some issues, you know, they might wait till maybe a little bit closer to the end of the year just to add a little bit more polish to it and stuff like that. So it really depends. But I could see them, if this is what they're saying it's going to be, and people respond like they're hoping they will, I could see maybe like a month, 2 months, and they drop the demo for everybody to play. Which that's my hope anyways, because I would love to get my hands on this and try it out and see what it's like. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking probably around September, October. I'd be really surprised if they're like, oh, yeah, by the way, the public is also going to be able to play the demo August 20th.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
Steph, what do you think?
There'd be no incentive to go to Gamescom.
That's a good point.
If they just dropped it for the regular public. But as a huge Resident Evil fan myself, I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm not. But yeah, I agree with you. It would be interesting if they dropped it at Gamescom and then, you know, released it to the public around Halloween time.
Yeah. You're not going to play this?
Yeah, Steph, are you going to play Resident Evil 9 Requiem?
I didn't play Resident Evil 8.
You should.
I played
It's a
7.
real problem stuff. Like, yeah, we're gonna need you
I
to.
played 7. 7 was pretty intense for me.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
intense for everybody. It was
yeah,
awful.
7 was
Yeah,
really intense
it
for
was
me. I
terrifying,
didn't go
bro.
back. It was
No,
scary as hell.
the f- the
But
first time
I
your
haven't
wife
seen the
goes on the
trailer for this one.
steps. Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
dude, what was her name? Margaret? Was it Margaret?
Mia.
No.
Oh,
Oh, Mia, Ethan's wife. I'm talking about the old
yeah.
lady, Jack Baker's wife, the mom,
Oh,
Oh
the old,
yeah.
the
yeah.
old lady.
I was talking about the first time the one chick goes on, your wife goes on the steps, and like you can hear her down the steps, and it's just dark, bro, and you have to walk down those steps, and you know at any point she's gonna pop out and start crawling up the steps ring style. I was like, come on, man, please. But yeah, the old lady was even more terrifying, bro, with the beehive snatch, bro.
Yes.
Oh, it was a
Yes.
beehive? I thought it was a spider thing. Oh, it was so
Well,
scary.
she looked like a spider. She moved around with like the extended limbs like a spider, but
Yeah.
she did have a beehive in the nether regions.
Yeah, she did. It was gross, bro.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
But
Chasing
Steph,
me around.
Village is not nearly as terrifying as 7 is. It's good. Like you'll get frightened a little bit. There's a few jumps, but it's not as nearly as bad.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's scary in like that you feel overwhelmed by everything because the enemies are pretty intense, but it's not the scary of like, dude, mold monsters and then popping up out of nowhere and stuff. Dude, that stuff. Oh my gosh, 7 was scary, bro.
It was so scary. It was
I was
terrifying.
done with the mold. But by the time I got to the ship at the very end of the game, I was done with the mold. The mold was boring for me. It was just, I don't know. I like being at the haunted house better.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I went through.
yeah, go for it.
I went through the entire game, not knowing that my character's name was Ethan.
Hey, you know what? I'll give you a pass on that. I'll give you
I
a
was
pass.
so scared. I was so scared the entire time. I never bothered to learn his name. But I don't know. Maybe I will play this new one because I mean they are entertaining. I will give them that. That it was incredibly entertaining. It was just terrifying for me. But yeah, maybe I will play 8 and then just pick up 9 and go from there.
I mean, you got time. You got time.
Yeah.
The game comes out late February, and I got a question for both of you. Do you think right now Resident Evil as the video game franchise is at its most popular it's ever been? Due to the remakes, 2, 3, 4 remakes, 2 and 4 being outstanding remakes, 3 being meh. But then you have 7, 8, and now the hype for 9. Other than like maybe in the early 2000s when like they were still going through the early main line, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think right now maybe it's at its peak in popularity?
I would say it's pretty high up there. I don't know if it's at its peak. I think it was more popular like a few years ago, but I also do think that part of that is, you know, because what is this now? How long has it been between 8 and 9?
I think it was
now?
2020 or 2021. I can't remember.
I think it's 2021. So yeah, I mean that's, you know, 4 years. You know, the remakes are great. I do think if they nail this one, I do think it'll I think Resident Evil will probably hit a fever pitch, you know. I'd say that the franchise is in a better place than a hell of a lot of other video game franchises right now.
You're damn right.
I don't see them really, you know, screwing this up too badly. Like I said, I think the idea of them trying to get back to like more horror, you know, because I think the same writer for Resident Evil 7 is on 9, going back to like Raccoon City and getting to see the fallout of that and having this mysterious character who's kind of connected to previous iterations kind of feels like a culmination of like, hey, we want you guys to remember why this franchise is important. I think that we've seen a lot of other franchises and video game IPs get really stagnant once they start doing remakes. Remakes is an easy way to make decent amounts of money and get really stagnant. And I know some people have had love-hate relationship with the remakes, but I do like 8. I did like 7, despite it being really scary. I got why people liked 7 so much. And so I do think going into 9 and them trying to keep things fresh, I think is a good idea. So, yeah.
Yeah, Capcom has Resident Evil in a really good spot right now because they have the remakes that they're going to make gangbuster money on. And then they also have the hype for their mainline games continuing the series. And I don't see the Resident Evil franchise dying anytime soon because it almost did. It almost did after Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
The franchise was almost dead. That's why they had to do a soft reboot with Ethan, no actual previous main characters in 7 at all until, spoilers, Chris Redfield shows up at the very end. But other than that, like 7 was a soft reboot. Resident Evil was in a bad place, and 7 like revived it.
Yeah,
big time. So Capcom, like you said, as far as a video game franchise, they're doing well, and it's one that is just alive and well, and they can just keep going and just keep making gangbuster money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been told to stay away from 6 or to play it as a meme. Don't play it seriously because I've heard 6 is really bad. So yeah, maybe I'll just play it one day just to try it out and see what's going on, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, listen, I think the IP's in a great spot. I don't really think, unless they just decide to completely go get really lazy with it, I think 9 could be great, you know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be excited to play it now that I'm almost through 8. So
there's a lot of people really hyped for Resident Evil 9, including Ben. What the fuck was that last night? Ben was like, yeah, I'm replaying Resident Evil, or I'm playing through it, and I'm going to play Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I'm like, Ben, who the fuck do you think you are?
Do you know why? I'm going to give you guys a little peek behind the curtain.
What, because you're doing it?
Because somebody who will remain nameless but is on this panel with a large afro said, you should play the Resident Evil games because they're doing really well for me, and they always do really well for Beardo, and people like those games. And then surprise, surprise, that person started playing. So yeah,
people like watching streamers get scared.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That and I'm really pumped for Delta, Metal Gear Solid Delta. I think people are gonna love that as well. But yeah, it's funny because I'm like, yeah, you should definitely play those, bro. It's gonna make people really excited. People love those games, and he actually listened. So good on him.
Well, there you go. Good job, Bent.
We're just helping people out, you know. We're just looking out for our folks, you know. Yeah.
Well, Chad, if you guys are a fan of Resident Evil, pay attention to these dates, August 20th through the 24th. We'll probably get some more news and stuff and some game and some demo footage, which is probably going to be, you know, almost damn near the actual gameplay we're going to get come February when the game launches. So, and that's coming up soon in a month from now. Exactly. So,
yeah,
I'm pumped. Let's get some super chats, boys. Max Steele with the $5. The intro looks like Beardo and IDOT had a love child and then shit all over it. We're starting off like this, huh? This is how we're starting off? Thank you for the 5, Max. X-Wing is the stupid name of the 199. Where's Ben?
He ain't getting on daily.
He was lucky enough to get a sympathy invite last night.
Yeah.
Alex McCarthy with the $2. Geeks and Gamers daily shirts. Meta PC code Beardo or 199. Daily shirts, huh? Thank you, Alex McCarthy, for the 2.
I saw that photo of Alex in the Cobra Cast shirt. Rock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Shout out
to Alex.
Dallas McCoy with the $5. This used to be a 10, but I deducted $1 for every minute you were late. Good going, Beardo. You cost Meek and Steph their cut.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Darn. Yeah.
What a shame.
How will I ever recover? Yeah.
Crazy Clantan with the 36 months. This is the real diversity crew. A gay guy with a gay island, a Latina, and some black guy with diabetes and missing his leg.
Yeah.
Mike, what happened to your leg?
My legs are fine. People think I lost my legs, but I've shown both my feet on a stream before. That is now privated.
Show your feet on stream?
I showed my feet on stream before, but those streams are privated. You'll never see them. They'll never see the light of day. I immediately privated those streams because I was like, nah, bro. It was late. I had been playing a lot of scary games. It was a rough time. It was a rough time in my life, you know. But
scary games and 3/4 of a cake later, and you're doing some wild shit, huh?
Yeah, you're just showing. I'm showing feet on stream and everything, bro. Like, it's
how'd you do it? Did you stand up and show the feet, or did you just
Hell no! I just like grabbed my leg up. I bent my leg up. Dude, the first time I ever did that, I gave myself a Charlie horse because like I don't have a ton of room, so I was like, I'm pretty cramped in here sometimes. Like it was a whole thing. Wow. Listen, I don't want to talk about it.
You're flexible. Put your foot to your head.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Listen,
Mike does Pilates, man.
Yeah, I am pretty flexible. So.
Crispy Noken with the 5. Hail all and pull one out for the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace. Morning, gentlemen. And hi, Steph with a heart and a flame. Still having doubts of seeing Fantastic Four. We'll get to that in a little bit. We will get to Fantastic Four later. Things are looking up for it. Things are looking up for it. Which ironically was Superman's ongoing little catchphrase. Look up. Well, it's actually looking up for Fantastic Four instead. Thank you, Crispy Noken, for the 5.
The Ozzy Osbourne news yesterday, I was like, what?
That was crazy. Yeah, that was wild. Arcuz with a 1 month. Hello, everyone. Beardo's fit. Mike is straight as an ironing board. And Steph is classy as always. Oh, look at that, huh? A very positive member message. Thank you, Arcuz. The Beast with the 29 months. Aloha, Brother Meek. Aloha, Aku, no Steph, heart. And hey, Beardo. 29 months, and it's been a wild ride. Appreciate y'all and remain blessed on 199 and the fellowship. Thank you to Beast for the 29 months. Stephen McBride with the $2 says black.
Black?
Yeah.
Or black? With a question mark.
Black?
Thank you, Stephen McBride.
Yeah,
we got a 20 here. Let me get to that. From Red Mage 13. They'll likely have it playable at Tokyo Game Show in September as well. I usually cover the event for my news group, so I'm going to try to book a spot for press to play the demo. I'm excited for it. Red Mage, you're a Resident Evil guy? That's badass. Let's go. Thank you for the $20. And we got Tobias Nexus here with the 10. I'm still excited for Killing Floor 3 tomorrow. I know it'll be different gameplay style, but I'm still hoping it's Zed killing fun through the streets of London. Don't forget to update drivers. I updated my graphics driver last night, Tobias. Thank you.
There you
go. Shout out. So yesterday we got news on Battlefield 6. We're getting a trailer tomorrow. Reports are saying, from Jake Sucky here, but reports are saying Battlefield 6 Standard Edition will cost 70 euros on PC and 80 for console players.
What?
What's that mean, Mike? Break it down.
I don't remember what the conversion rate for euros is, but I think that means it's $10 more. So it'll be almost $80 for PC and almost 90 for console. Let me see that.
Why is that the case?
Why? I really don't know, man. Like, I don't get it. That seems like a really, really stupid decision, man. I really don't know.
I mean, I play on PC. You play on PC. Like, or at least you're gonna, if it's Game Pass day one, you'll probably do that, right? So I don't mind that PC's cheaper, but for our console player friends, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Are we gonna start blaming Nintendo because Mario Kart World is an $80 game, so everyone else is following suit, or was this always down the pipeline and Nintendo just happened to be first with it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things. I think they're gonna keep testing stuff. I think this is a really stupid call for Battlefield in particular because of the state that franchise is in. I think that if you want to do this right, you need to, especially multiplayer games. Like if it's a single player game, I could see why you make the argument, well, we don't have any DLC, or the game comes out one time, you buy it, so we charge more because of production cost, whatever. Multiplayer games, they're going to have, DLC packs, they're going to have skin packs, they're going to have all these other microtransactions. So you're going to be making money on this game. So to charge more for it up front and to know that you're going to be charged for it down the line, it just really sucks, man. I just don't get it. Like, it just seems like a really, really stupid decision. I know the other thing too that's funny is like PC getting it cheaper what typically like PC games and stuff are, a lot of games are not optimized anymore for PC. They're optimized for consoles, and they're optimized with console players in mind, and then they'll port it over to PC, and because PC has a lot more freedom. So giving it to PC players for cheaper seems kind of like a slap in the face to console players, almost like, what, why aren't you playing this on PC, bro? Which is a really weird decision in my opinion too. But I don't know, man. You know, the thing is, console players are going to buy it. You know?
I'm also questioning if this is vague and if we have to read in between the lines here, because this is just a report. Does this really mean 70 for digital, 80 for physical? Is that what that's saying?
That could be what it is, but even with that, charging that much more for physical is pretty shitty too, man. I don't know. I mean,
it should be one price across the board. Like that's
agree.
it. It's just one price across the board.
Yeah. I think that what's going to end up happening, and I would not be surprised to see that this is the thing going forward, is to see physical copies be charged a premium, and then almost push it like, oh, look, guys, we have a physical copy of our game. Isn't that cool? And almost make a novelty out of it, because they know that digital is the way that they'd rather go. And so now they can just be like, oh, yeah, we charge you more for it because that's like a luxury for you to have a physical game and stuff. You know, so maybe that's the case. You know, obviously, this could all be wrong. Like, we could find out that it's nothing like that. Or it could also be something in the middle where maybe they are testing and leaking these reports so that people report on how much it is. They see what the backlash is going to be, and they decide, oh, look at that, guys. We actually made it cheaper than what you guys thought it was going to be. So now you definitely go buy our game, because I would not put it past companies to do that right now. So
yeah, but Nintendo didn't do that. There was a lot
but
of
Nintendo
pissed
doesn't
off
listen to anybody.
people. Yeah. Nintendo did not give a fuck about the backlash. They're like, you're going to pay for it and like it, and guess what? We all did. Or we just bought the Switch 2 bundle where the Mario Kart was a little bit cheaper.
And
Steph,
if you got really lucky, got really lucky and you went to Best Buy, you got an exclusive one of a kind
Oh my god!
Switch 2 Day 1 commemorative launch coin. Not a lot of people got that though. I did.
I heard I'm getting one in the mail.
Well, it's not the same. If you didn't get one at Day 1, it's not the same. So
I went to GameStop. I didn't go to Best Buy.
Yeah, I went to GameStop as well.
You guys missed out. Sorry. Womp womp.
Looks like
Nobody goes to Best Buy anymore.
I said I did, and I got an exclusive coin.
Best Buy selling fucking lawnmowers and weed whackers and shit now.
Yeah, and they're handing out
Like,
free
what are we
coins.
doing?
Like, listen, man, if they want me to go back there doing that, I'm gonna be going back. Every time a game comes out, they're handing out free coins, bro. I'm going back. Yeah, take me back to Best Buy. No, Mom, take me to Best Buy.
Take me to Best Buy.
Yeah,
I want my
Best Buy in
exclusive
years.
commemorative coin.
yeah. She's like, honey, it's GameStop. It's games. Mom, you don't know. They hand out free coins at Best Buy. Take me there. So,
Steph, any final thoughts on this?
I think it should be the same price across the board. For them like raising the price for a physical copy, it sounds a little dumb and ridiculous. Like, oh, this is here, physical copy. It costs more to make a physical copy, so we're going to charge more. That's ridiculous. But everybody raising their games to $80, it seems like a bit too much to me. I think it's I know that a lot of people were saying like Nintendo setting the precedent, $80. Everybody went out and bought it regardless, because they're like, you know, you're going to buy it, you know, you're going to pay the amount. So here, we're not going to change it. And people did, you know, and I think that like they know that people are going to pay these prices regardless. So they're just going to raise the prices. But that reminds me, isn't the new that new game oh my gosh, the one's coming out, GTA?
Grand Theft
The new
Auto, yeah.
GTA game, like, weren't there rumors of it being 90?
There were rumors that there was going to be 100 when it comes
100?
out.
Yeah, that's
was
outrageous to me. That seems outrageous to me.
Yeah, that was a few months ago, but before the Switch 2 Direct, before the Nintendo Direct, where they, you know, kind of carpet pulled everybody with the prices and go to our website. Go to our website to check the prices. And then people saw what it was and people got pissed off. GTA was way before that, where it was already being rumored, Grand Theft Auto 6 is probably going to be $100 by the time it comes out. And at this point, with what we're seeing here, with Battlefield 6 being $80 on console, I would not at all be surprised if Grand Theft Auto 6 is $100. And then plus, because everyone's doing like early access now, get to play the game 2 or 3 days before, but give us more money, pay $20. So now Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be $120. And guess what? Everyone's going to fucking do it. Everyone's going to do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Mike, you're telling me that to play Grand Theft Auto 6 3 days earlier, you're not going to pay an extra $20?
I'm not going to buy it on launch.
No?
See, that's
because you can't play PC?
No, it's because I made this decision like a while ago, and not everybody's going to agree with this, and that's fine. You can do what you want to do. But like, I started playing Resident Evil because I like playing Resident Evil. I started playing, Metal Gear Solid because I knew that was a franchise that was popular. So going back and playing some of these older games, and maybe occasionally playing something that's trending like Schedule 1 or something is fine, or playing like multiplayer games when they drop sometimes is fun. But for the most part, chasing the trend of the brand new games, like there's always going to be somebody out there trying to get it before you. There's always going to be, you're going to have 500,000-600,000 streamers all playing it on day one, and everybody's trying to clamor to be the first one to talk about it and the first one to play it, and that's fine. People want to know what's going on with the game and whether it's good or not. But like, my thing is, like, I want to be able to interact with people in my audience when I'm playing these games. And so if it means waiting a month for the game to come out, and if it has bugs or it's got issues, all those getting patched, and then I play it, then guess what? I'm having a better time, and then my audience is having a better time. Imagine this game comes out and it's broken and it's buggy as all shit, which it's going to be, and then you're having a bunch of issues with it, and then your audience is sitting there watching you complain about the game being broken. That's what happened with Cyberpunk. But if you go play it now, you can go enjoy the whole game from start to finish with hardly any bugs. So I don't chase a lot of those brand new games like that anymore, because it just got to be too much. It's just way too much competition when it's just like, if I wait a month for this game to come out and it's better optimized than it was before, I can enjoy the game from start to finish, or I can enjoy most of the game, whatever, and then I don't feel like I've lost out on something, versus a lot of these guys that are chasing this stuff, and if the game sucks, then what do you do? Or if the game's broken, then what do you do? There was this happened a couple years back with I don't remember the game now. It was so poorly optimized on PC. If you had unlimited frame rates on, it would brick your GPU. People's GPUs were getting bricked. Like 3090s, 4090s of were getting bricked because it didn't have any cap on it, and so it would just increase the frames until it burned your GPU out. Now that doesn't happen all the time, but things like that are things that happen on launch because they didn't optimize it, versus going, hey, I'm going to wait a little bit, make sure the technology works like it's supposed to, and then we'll get into it, Yeah,
that's like where I'm at as well for streaming. I much prefer to play single player games so I can like talk and interact with the chat and hang out. Like multiplayer games, I'm just so sucked into the multiplayer game, I can't sit there and, go to the chat and talk to them and stuff. But plus, I'm with you. I'm probably going to wait on Grand Theft Auto 6 as well, because I want to play it on PC. And if it's not launching day one on PC, I'm not going to get it, because I know if I buy it on PlayStation 5, I'm going to wind up wanting to get it on PC anyways. So what's the point? I'll just wait. We'll continue the Grand Theft Auto 6 conversation here in a little bit. But holy smokes, Alec Baldwin finger a proper 199. Oh my goodness. Whatever EA shows us tomorrow, do not pre-order the damn game. It will be broken at launch like all the previous Battlefield games. There are plenty of digital copies. Well said, man. Well said.
Look at that. Shout out to Alec Baldwin's
You're not wrong.
He don't miss.
He don't fucking miss. And you're not wrong, Alec Baldwin's finger.
Yeah. Don't pre-order games. Yeah.
Don't pre-order games unless, here's the thing, unless you know that it's going to be a surefire hit, or it's something that it's a franchise that you adore and it doesn't matter, then I can see an exception to pre-order games. But anything else, don't fucking pre-order. Like for me, I will pre-order Resident Evil 9. I will pre-order the next Pokemon game. But that's about it. That's it for me. Anything else, I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting like a day or two just to see, the reception. But thank you, Alec Baldwin's finger.
And the best thing about it is if you do that and you don't pre-order games, it's going to make these companies have to figure out, okay, you know what? We're not getting the money up front. Our projections aren't correct. And it's going to have to make them figure out what to do. And you hope they probably won't learn the right lesson, but you hope they will learn the correct lesson, which is make a working game at launch. Your game needs to work at launch.
Yeah.
This is not a difficult thing to figure out. Expedition 33 worked at launch, came out cheaper than other games, and is now considered one of the best games of the year, if not one of the best games ever made. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to look at that kind of stuff. Or when you look at, I've used this a million times, but Baldur's Gate 3, an extremely in-depth game with a ton of character interactions, all this stuff. Now, I will say, Larian was not finished with the game, but the game was playable from start to finish when you got it. And then they have gone back and just done nothing but update it for quality of life and listen to what their audience wants and what their audience is expecting or wishing they had in the game. And the game is a lot better for it. But your game needs to work from start to finish on launch at bare minimum. And if we stop pre-ordering games, they're going to have to do something about that. They're going to have to respond to it. I think that the answer in the beginning will be more FOMO. Oh man, if you don't get it on day one, you won't be able to play this,
Bingo.
or you won't be able to do that. Or
that's what gets people, the FOMO. That's what gets you. But I mean, if they're not going to offer a completed game for the prices that they're asking, then there's no reason to pay for it. Everybody should be just taking a step back, realizing you're not missing out on anything. Just yeah.
And social media makes the FOMO so much worse.
It does,
It's not like back in the day where it's like you had a few buddies who had the game and they're telling you, oh man, this is great and stuff. And it's like, oh man, I wish I was playing it with them or whatever. But you can hold off. Now you're scrolling on social media. You're seeing all these people do all this fucking cool shit. They're talking about it. This game's fucking great. And it makes it so much worse. You're like, damn, fuck, I'm going to do it. I'm going to shell out the money to do it. Social media it makes it so much freaking worse.
It's manipulative for sure. I mean, and that's the thing. FOMO works in some cases. There's sometimes exclusive things that come out, like merch, physical merch, things like that, where you're like, oh man, I really want to get a hold of this. I really want to get a hold of that. Disney used to have this amazing idea that worked for them with FOMO, where they would release their digital media or physical media in spurts, where they go, oh hey, Peter Pan is out right now and it's this special edition Peter Pan, and then it's going to go in the vault and you won't see it for another 3, 4, or 5 years. And so if you didn't get it then and you didn't have a copy of it, you wouldn't get a copy of it unless you bought it somewhere else. Those kind of things work. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But some of the FOMO is pushed by people who are trying to get the hype that they want of hey, I was the first one to play this game. Don't you want to come watch me play? And it's like, sure, that's cool. I get it. But if the game's broken, the problem is a lot of times these guys are going to lie about it. Nobody's going to come watch them play a broken ass game. They're going to lie and tell you that they're excited. The game's awesome. You need to jump in here and watch people do it and watch people play it and stuff like that. And that kind of trend chasing isn't, I don't think, healthy. It's okay to be excited about stuff. It's okay to want to hear people talk about stuff and give their thoughts, but you got to know who to go to. That's a trusted source that isn't going to lie to you, because a lot of these guys will lie about it and say that it's great, so that way you'll go out and buy it and they get a cut of, they get head pats, or they get early access to the next thing that they have coming out. So
they probably got early access for free
stuff.
But
this isn't limited edition. It's going to be there later on. So I would just wait and make sure the game actually works. And for companies to raise their prices like that and give release broken games or glitchy games, it's ridiculous. So people should definitely close their wallets and wait. Just wait and see. You don't have to get things at launch, because they're going to be there. It's not like they're going to take it away.
Yep.
Shout out to Alec Baldwin's finger. Thank you again for the proper 199, brother. Shout out. And Steph dropped this. As we're talking about Battlefield raising their prices, Microsoft conceded that $80 retail price was just too high for their holiday release. Outer Worlds 2 is being reduced back to $70, and refunds will be issued.
Wow. That is 100% them trying to sell that game.
Yeah. I mean, Outer Worlds, the first one, it was fine, right? I never played it, but I heard it was kind of like
I played it.
a true kind of back to the OG Fallout with kind of like a different type of fiction, but Fallout-like enough because it's Oblivion, right?
What do you mean, Oblivion?
The developer.
No, Obsidian.
Oh, sorry, Obsidian. That's
yeah,
what
it's Obsidian. Yeah, Outer Worlds was a fine game. It's not great. It's not a bad game, but they sold it as like Fallout in space. It's far more restrictive than that. There's not nearly as much freedom. It's not very open world either. It's actually pretty like linear maps. You can go and explore the maps, but there's not a lot to do on the maps. It's more like about the gunplay and some of the combat stuff. It's a fine game. I enjoyed it playing it one time. I wouldn't go back and probably play it again. I wasn't interested in playing a separate build or anything because there's not really anything new to take in the story. It's a very like start to finish game. You play it, it's fun. There's some goofy outfits. The color scheme is kind of cool. I'd argue it's probably more fun to play than Starfield. But it's it's not a big open world game like other people are suggesting. If anybody played if anybody didn't play this but you played oh my gosh, what was the one that just came out that was for the that Obsidian did that was like the Magic World or whatever? I can't even remember what that's called now. Whatever it is. Anyways, it's like that. It's pretty linear, and it was fine.
Okay.
It was entertaining. But like I said, I wouldn't write home about it. It's not groundbreaking. Now they're saying that this one's going to be way different and it's a lot more expanded.
Avowed.
Yeah. Avowed. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Avowed. If you played Avowed, you essentially have played Outer Worlds, but with magic. That they're the same game. But the thing that I am looking forward to is when Obsidian is on their game, they really do make great games. But they haven't been at that point for a while, especially because Microsoft is right behind them, kind of like, wiggling their fingers and stuff. Now, if this is just an expanded version of Outer Worlds 1, I would play it. I would enjoy it. But I'm also not going to hold my breath and think this game's going to be phenomenal or amazing or groundbreaking, because it's not. So
didn't Outer Worlds 1, it got a DLC, right? It got an expansion pack.
Yeah, it got 2 DLCs, and they were fine.
Yeah,
they were okay. There's just not a ton of depth. It's like you're not gonna go into this and go, oh my gosh, this is like Baldur's Gate 3. There's so much going on, or even like Skyrim, for instance. I think there's more depth in Skyrim as a game, in the exploration and running into different characters and people.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but that is not what this game is, and that's fine. But I will be very interested to see what they do with this and how they expand this world. It could be interesting. I like the setting. It's just the gameplay wasn't there, like for what they were pushing it for.
Yeah. Dude,
with them reducing their prices, it's like
yeah,
they're trying to sell it, but at the same time, they tried to get away with it.
Yes,
selling it for $80.
Yes, they did. Yep, and they kind of had an attitude about it and stuff, and yeah, I think that's not Obsidian. That's not what they should be doing. And I think Avowed was a nice little kick in the ass to remind them, like, you are not infallible about some of the stuff that you guys do. Like, you need to make good games. Once again, it always comes down to make good games and people will play them. People will like the games that you make. But once again, somebody said it in the chat too, this is not the same studio that made like Fallout New Vegas. Or Pillars of Eternity or The Stick of Truth. Like, this is not the same company that did that. This is a very different company, and they don't act the same way, and they have different attitudes about things. And because Microsoft is behind them, I do think that, that definitely has affected things. And I think Avowed was a great example of that. So could they change it and try to get back to a better way of doing things? Sure. But right now, nobody's fucking talking about Avowed at all.
I completely forgot Avowed existed.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. You're like, what was the last Obsidian game with magic? And I'm like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. What game?
Yeah.
And then I saw Avowed. I'm like, oh, Avowed. Everyone forgot about it. They played it for like a week or two and forgot about it because the Oblivion remaster came out shortly after, and everyone was just playing that instead.
Yep. And it's funny because you got 2 magic games, 2 open world magic games, and the one is far better than the other because there's way more depth to it. And that's just a remake of an older game,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the next upcoming years, 2 or 3 years. We're going to see a lot of this where you're going to see companies and developers try to, take a mile from an inch and see what they can get away with.
Yeah.
And they're going to list their games $80, $90. And then the market, the fans, are going to decide the voice. And then you're going to see whether the companies bend the knee and say, okay, you know what? You're right. This is wrong for us to do. We're going to lower it down. But they're always going to raise the bar just slightly a bit. And then if they do lower it, you know that was their true intention. If they're willing to lower it to a certain price, that's a dead giveaway that's what they solely intended on selling it for. But they tried to just lowball you enough to gouge it, correct, to see how much more they can squeeze out of the consumer.
Yep. They try to gouge you.
Yep.
After GTA 6 comes out, those prices are going to go up even more.
Yeah. But GTA 6, it's going to be such a Goliath of a fucking game. Like, there's going to be endless content, especially with the online mode. I'm not saying, of course, they're still going to try it. And I'm not saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be good as far as, like, wokeness goes and stuff and, like, the depth of it. But there will be an endless amount of content with that online mode, and that's their cash cow. That's Rockstar's cash cow, is that damn online mode, especially with all the gambling, and they add in the freaking casinos in there, everything that they do with that online mode, man. Which actually, now that we're talking about it, makes me worried for the actual single player experience of Grand Theft Auto 6. What are we looking at here? How long is that campaign gonna be? Is the story going to actually be good? Or are you just going to run around for a little bit, do some Grand Theft Auto shit, and then their real focus on GTA 6 is that online mode?
Yeah. I mean, that's always a concern. I mean, we have enough of a track record. It's funny because a lot of this is we're basing this on what other studios have done. But, Red Dead Redemption 2 is phenomenal. The single player is great.
Yes.
But the concern would be, but the online wasn't very good. And I don't hear a lot of people praising the online, but we do know that is a cash cow still for Grand Theft Auto. So I think it's a legitimate concern right now in the state that games are in. So especially going back to, you went from 3 characters to 2 now, one of them being a female character. I know that automatically has red flags for a lot of people about what that's going to look like. There's no way that the conversation behind that wasn't, hey, we need to, appeal to female players. There's no way that wasn't a conversation, so is there a concern whether the story will be good or not? Absolutely. But, Grand Theft Auto 5 was good. Red Dead Redemption 2 was great. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Yep.
Let's power through some more super chats here, and we'll get on to the next topic. Paper Liger with the 9 months. I skip the intro every single day. Good for you, man. There you go. Thanks for the 9 months. Andre CR with a 2,500. I mute the intro for more pleasure. All right. Okay. Wow. Stem Cell Beardo with the $2 says, fuck Beardo and the intro. Beardo's gay. Thank you for the 2.
Tell us how you really feel.
Vault 95 with a 199. My 3 mains on daily together. Best timeline. Well, thank you, Vault 95. Shout out, man. Tree Bear with the 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Tree Bear. Yanks fan with the 199. Should I watch the RE Netflix show? Absolutely not. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not even Resident Evil. It's only Resident Evil in name. Snacks with the $2. Mike should play Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
That sounds like a scary game. That sounds terrifying. So,
thank you, Snacks, for the $2. Rodney Fanboy with the $5. Beardo, where were you last night? I could have sworn it was you on the other side of the glory hole. I expected Jeremy, but I take what I can get.
Oh my.
That's crazy, dude.
That's a wild take.
MVP Eric with a $5. Geeks and Gamers Daily Shorts, 90s New Zoom aesthetic. Cool. Thank you for the 5. Maximus BT with the 5 says Steph.
Sup?
Oh, those feet.
I think they just want you to
Gross.
look at the
That's
toes,
gross.
Steph.
I'm not looking at the
Yeah.
toes. Nasty breed feet.
Gross.
Pre-Dawn Corpse for the 15 months is Beardo. Hi, Steph and Mike. Hail chat. Jeremy likes ding-dongs. Thank you, Pre-Dawn Corpse, for the 15 months. Young Skies with the $2. Bet Beardo got freaked out by the dollhouse in Resident Evil 8. The first time I played, yeah, that shit was terrifying.
I heard the dollhouse is scary as shit, and I'm not there yet. And I
just
don't
wait.
want to go now.
Just wait. Hopefully you haven't had anything too spoiled for you about it.
I haven't had anything spoiled. I had no idea what I was getting into. And the first time I get chained to a wall by a giant, big booba giant lady,
you're ripping your hands out of the fucking hooks?
Yeah. Well, for a little bit there, I just kind of wanted, I just sat there. I was waiting for her to come back.
Yeah.
But she never did. Yeah.
Jeremy the Cyborg with a 2 says, I got 2. 2 Switch coins?
Uh-oh.
No. Nobody has 2 Switch coins. That's
2 Switch coins. Got 2 of them.
That's nonsense. Nobody has 2 of those.
Thank you for the $2, Jeremy.
I'm gonna get
Cyborg.
2 Switch coins.
Don't you
Someone's
dare.
got to be selling them.
See, he confirmed. 2 exclusive
dare.
coins, that is.
Yeah, but he didn't say 2 exclusive Switch coins. He says 2 exclusive coins. That could be a lot of things.
I believe you, Jeremy the Cyborg.
I don't believe him.
I believe you.
I don't believe
Thank you for the
I
$2.
believe you.
So earlier this week, Kevin Feige had some statements, and I guess they've been saying this for the past couple of years, but he doubled down on it. Apparently, Kevin Feige says, even before what happened to Jonathan Majors, we had started to realize that Kang wasn't Thanos, that they were going to do away with Kang. They made the announcements. Kang Dynasty, Avengers, Kang Dynasty. Jonathan Majors is the next big bad. Kang is going to be fucking badass. He's the guy. And they even announced Secret Wars right after Kang Dynasty. Secret Wars was always going to be there, but they swapped out Kang Dynasty for Doomsday after all the Jonathan Majors, backlash and news and everything that happened with him. Is this bullshit, guys? Steph, Mike, is this bullshit? Do you think this is cope?
I think it's bullshit. Like they just happened to switch when he was going through all that stuff. The announcement just happened to come out that they're not moving forward with the Kang Dynasty during all of his, problems, all of his legal problems and police issues. Like they just happened to drop him around that point. No, it's BS. I think they don't want to look bad. They don't want to say like, yeah, we actually did this because of what happened with him. They don't want to look bad. They don't need any more bad press. I think it is whether they were going to like skew in a different direction. It's still Jonathan Majors going through all of that stuff that he went through was probably it could be considered a happy accident. Like, well, now we have an excuse to shift directions. But I think that, I think that, I don't know if it's cope or whatever, but it is, I think he could be like lying. Like, I don't want to bring any bad press and say that, yes, we shifted in a direction because of all of the things that Jonathan Majors was going through. And I'm just not going to say it. This was always the plan. It was always the plan. But no.
Yeah. I think I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. I don't think this is BS. I think with the reception of things like, Ant-Man, because that's the first time. Ant-Man 3, that was the first time we really seen him and stuff. I do think that at some point they started, because we already know now that they did not have a plan. They did not have a plan after what happened with Infinity War and stuff. They really didn't know what they wanted to do, and they made all the multiverse and all of this crazy stuff. And Kang's the big bad guy for all of this jazz, and they're making this. They made a big deal about all of this, but none of it was really like set up very well. And now we're seeing that a lot of what the phase 5 was supposed to be, or phase 4 was supposed to be, was setting up for Disney Plus streaming services. That's what most of that was for, is funneling interest into the Disney Plus streaming service, not actually building out the MCU further or starting the next big bad saga. I think that Kang was an easy character to say, hey, we can go in any direction that we want to go with him, and also we can recast him at any point that we want, until they realize that the audience that they were catering to would have been up in arms for them to recast a black man in any role, even if it's with another black man. I think they realized very early on that and I don't think this is Jonathan Major's fault. I just think they realized early on Kang did not have enough draw as a villain to make people interested in what was going to happen, that they weren't going to go watch the things on Disney Plus and watch Ant-Man and watch all the other shows knowing that Kang is at the end, the payoff at the end of all of this. And the fact that Kang got his ass kicked by Ant-Man in that movie was enough to completely remove any kind of fear
Threat
that anybody might have had of him, because up until that point, what people don't realize that didn't watch it, because a lot of people didn't, is Loki. He's in Loki season 1.
Yep.
Yeah,
And a lot of people actually really liked him in Loki season 1, and we're excited for him in season 1. And then the next time we see him, he gets the shit kicked out of him by Ant-Man, the worst Avenger, bro. Like, the worst. I'd rather have Falcon fighting Kang than watch Ant-Man fight Kang. But I think that they knew early on that this was not going to work, and they weren't going to be able to pivot any way in any direction. And then Jonathan Majors and his girlfriend have this issue, and now it's the perfect excuse to be able to just scrap it all and say, guys, sorry, we had to do something, now I guess we got to figure out what we want to do. I absolutely think they had conversations about this before, but I don't think they were going to do anything about it because they're cowards until they saw a perfect window of opportunity, a happy accident. Steph is correct about that, where they could pivot away from him and they could go with bringing back Robert Downey Jr. Because I think that was always the conversation they were having, was we have to bring back either Thanos or we have to bring back a big actor who's going to play a bad guy somewhere else. So
all of the shows and all that stuff, I think Kevin Feige called it their experimental time. So they were experimenting with all of these different characters, and it just wasn't working. So yeah, when that happened with Jonathan Majors, it was like, oh, it was a nice little opportunity for them to shift directions, because all of that news came out during that time that they're going to move forward without Jonathan Majors. Like, Jonathan Majors started getting dropped from a lot of things, and then it just so happened that Marvel's going to go in a different direction. So they might have been talking behind the scenes like, yeah, this isn't working, because they were in their experimental phase at Marvel when they were having all of those Disney Plus shows. And they were like, we need a different villain because it's not going to work out. And then, like, Jonathan Majors got into a bunch of trouble. So they're like, perfect opportunity. We're going to switch. We're going to move directions. But I'm wondering, like, because the Council of Kangs is out there, right? Yep. Is Doomsday just going to, like...
That's my prediction. I think early on in that Avengers Doomsday movie, I think that Doomsday is going to... Doctor Doom is going to Doctor Doom is going to wipe them all out. Them all out very early on. But their biggest mistake was sticking Kang in Ant-Man 3. I never watched Ant-Man 3. I know how it ends. That was their big mistake. If you wanted Kang to be the guy, put him in the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
You can save Galactus for an Avengers movie, or you can save him for the sequel to Fantastic Four. Kang should have made his first appearance in the Fantastic Four movie. But I think I think that Doctor Doom was always the end game for them. That's where they wanted to get to. But the RDJ casting was because of this. They needed a fucking home run because of the Jonathan Majors, Kang falling through, them not knowing what the hell we're going to do. Well, we want to do Doctor Doom. We're in a bad spot right now. We need a fucking home run. Let's bring back Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Yep.
In response to it, and we got more. We got more here. The actual
seemed like a desperate move when they brought back RDJ.
Well,
100%.
Somebody in chat was like, Kang has millions of fans. Stop lying. Kang in the MCU did not have millions of fans. You know why? Because Ant-Man could barely even get to $400 million in the box office. That shows you right there, because you know what? People went and saw the movies in the MCU that they wanted to see. When they found out that other characters were going to be in other movies, they came and watched them. Like, I'm not saying that Kang from the comic books isn't a popular character, but the thing is, the way they treated Jonathan Majors, Kang, was a complete fumble. They had no idea what they wanted to do with this guy. And the thing is, him not being Thanos, well, no shit. He shouldn't be Thanos. We don't need another Thanos. Good writer will say, hey, this is a different villain that poses a different threat to people than just a fucking Thanos thing. But really what it feels like was somebody was probably watching a little bit too much Rick and Morty, saw the Council of Ricks and thought, that's kind of a cool idea. Why don't we do that with Kang? Because that's exactly what the Council of Kangs looks like. So go ahead.
So this was from a few days ago. Feige never mentioned Majors by name, instead calling him the Kang actor at one point, or the actor, just zeroing in on Kang as a character. And Feige said Marvel was already preparing to pivot away from Kang before the Majors issue. Yeah, because Ant-Man 3 fucking sucked. We had started, even before what had happened to the actor happened, we had started to realize that Kang wasn't big enough, wasn't Thanos, that there was only one character that that could be that, because he was that in the comics for decades and decades. And I'm assuming he's referring to
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, which is still
Right
wild
there.
because there are so many villains in Marvel that they could have picked to be the big bad, including one where we're about to see in a movie, Galactus.
Yep.
Absolutely big enough and scary enough and popular enough to be the big bad that could have been the next thing. No, that 100% was, oh, we need to do something different and we don't know what to go with. Somebody's like, why not Doom? And they're like, hey, what if we brought back RDJ for Doom? And they're like, you know what? That's great. Let's just do it. You know, just back the money truck up to his house and get him back. Now, they're definitely coping about some of the stuff here, but yeah.
I also have a feeling that because now the Russo brothers, they said they were done with Marvel, the MCU, after Endgame.
Yep.
Which do you think came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you think that Feige wanted RDJ as Doom, and Robert Downey Jr. said, I'm only coming back if the Russo brothers are doing it? So then Feige went to the Russo brothers to do it? Or do you think Feige went to the Russo brothers and the Russo brothers had influence on getting RDJ to play Dr. Doom? Which came first?
I thought the account was that they got RDJ and he wanted the Russos.
That would probably be
that makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, speaking of the Fantastic Four, there's a lot of people in our sphere like Chris Gore, Gary, and even Jeremy Johns already has his review out for Fantastic Four. Everything's positive, man. Everything is looking good for Fantastic Four, surprisingly. Because a lot of the promotion, a lot of, maybe somewhat unfinished CGI didn't look too good. Some moments look corny, although the retro futuristic stuff, that whole aesthetic is appealing to me, at least. I think it's interesting. It's a different taste for what Marvel's been doing. They're projecting that opening weekend for Fantastic Four worldwide is going to be between $190 to $210 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it's not good for Superman. It's not good for James Gunn's Superman by James Gunn, because right now, worldwide, Superman is sitting at $416 million worldwide. If Fantastic Four gets $210 million opening weekend, that's half of what Superman has made already.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Yep. I think that this movie is now, we have already seen it. Word of mouth is more important right now than anything else. I think that part of the reason Superman has done as much as it has is because of word of mouth. Because a lot of normie fans and a lot of people that aren't, particularly interested in canon or whatever, they watched it, they enjoyed it. It feels very Marvel. It feels very high energy. It feels very positive. All of the things that Zack Snyder's universe wasn't to them. And so I think that there's going to be a positive reception, but also there's enough people complaining about certain things in there that it's not got the hype around it that I think that James Gunn was hoping for. I think it's going to have legs down the stretch, but even with that, it's never going to make a ton of money. But I do think that based on what we've heard, based on the fact that you don't have to watch any other MCU projects to see this, all of those things are going to contribute to people watching this going, I really like this. This was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed this. I didn't feel like lost, because one of the criticisms and one of the things I hear from a lot of people with the MCU that are just kind of, I would just say, more normie fans. Oh, I don't know. I was confused. I didn't know who any of these characters were. I feel like I have to watch too many things to figure it out. So I think that this is probably going to be the thing that Marvel needs to get more normie fans back in the theaters watching their stuff. I think that the second week is going to be strong for this. I do think that word of mouth is going to have legs. If what we're hearing from people that we trust about this movie, if that resonates with fans the same way it resonated with them. So, yeah.
And
Well,
it's
not just normie fans. It might bring Marvel fans back to watching it. Because
That's
a lot
true.
of Marvel fans also just completely dipped out because the quality of the Marvel content just completely went further and further and further down the drain. So it could possibly bring them back as well, especially since there's no homework involved. And that was like something that a lot of people were complaining about was, I have to watch all of these other things in order to understand what is going on or who these characters are, or who this villain is, or the backstory to this person. And with this, there's zero homework. You can go in there and just watch this movie. It's supposed to be a legitimate standalone Marvel movie. And from what I'm hearing from a lot of reviewers, that's what this movie is. It's a standalone Marvel movie. You can go in there without knowing anything. And this will just stand on its own, which is good because a lot of the homework that you have to do with all of these Marvel shows include Disney Plus shows. And that's hours of content that nobody's going to go and watch.
Yep.
And it's not like 190 to 210 million is massive. I mean, it's solid. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not massive numbers that Marvel was used to, let's say, 5-6 years ago. But like Mike said, word of mouth, if Fantastic Four First Steps is really that good, you can see maybe in the second weekend after word of mouth, this movie, could get some good momentum.
Yep.
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But what are your predictions as far as Fantastic Four finishing up its theatrical run compared to Superman's theatrical run? Which one's going to make more money?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. I honestly
think so too.
Fantastic Four.
I think it's, and I don't think it's going to be. I'm not saying it's going to be astronomically higher, but I don't think it's going to be close. I do think it's going to eke out a significantly more money than Superman does overall. Yeah, especially if like Steph said, if Marvel fans are enjoying this, that's huge because there's people that I know that ask me about my opinions on films, knowing I'm picky, and they'll go, maybe I'll just wait until it comes out on streaming to go see stuff, or whatever. But if Marvel fans are seeing it and going, no, it's good, it's actually really good, or wow, I was actually surprised, people will say, hey, you know what, I will go see it this weekend then, So yeah, I think that this is going to make more money than Superman. Yeah,
I think so too. And plus, like, although we're bitching about Disney Plus shows having to do homework to get caught up on the movies, there's no homework involved in this one, but it is kind of homework for the next Avengers movie. This will have implications and stuff, especially I know the end and certain post-credit scenes that lead right into the next Avengers movie. And I think that people want to be excited.
It's going back to previous Marvel form, like the movies lead into the next movie, which is good because right now in their experimental phase, it was so disjointed that nothing led into anything. You can watch all of the stuff on Disney Plus and some of the movies, and you still don't understand or know where it's leading, where it's headed, because it's so just completely disjointed. There's no structure with phases 4 and 5. At least with this, it's a blank movie and it's going to be leading into something.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Are you guys seeing it this weekend?
Yeah.
From what I hear, it is actually good. I'm not listening to any of the, crazy critics that love everything. I'm listening to like other people.
Right.
And I have like 3 critics that I have continued to watch for 10 plus years, and they said it's a lot of fun. So I will trust like those reviewers.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow just because I'm probably gonna do a review on it, and also like if it sucks, then I get to make fun of it. So
right,
that's very true.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on Friday.
Then I get to go get yelled at on Flashcast for why I didn't like it. It'll be a good time. No, I'm curious. I am curious about it. I was curious about it from the beginning. I can't stand Pedro Pascal, but I'm even hearing he did a good job, which is like also kind of infuriating because it's like, fuck, if he did a good job, that sucks. But like,
I know.
if you did a good job, you did a good job, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that
yeah.
he did just
I
fine.
just figured, okay, look, I paid for Jurassic Rebirth. I paid for Superman. I'll go ahead and go to the theater for Fantastic Four. So
Right. Good stuff.
and plus, I love going to the movies. I freaking love going to the movies. I can't stand that all the stuff that's coming out is garbage, but whatever.
Jesus Davila with the 10. Regarding Resident Evil, I wish they would make a game based on Hunk. And no, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City does not count. I mean, there's a fun Hunk mode in Resident Evil 2. But yeah, full-blown Hunk game. I don't know. Is he still alive? That was a long time ago. Tobias Nexus with the 10. Everyone still says that Battlefield 2042 is bad, but EA really pulled their heads out of their ass and greatly improved the game after the first season. I'm playing it every Friday with my dad. It's still fun. Well, there you go. Thank you, Tobias Nexus. NTR. What? Mike?
Oh
Mike!
Oh no!
Mike!
It finally gave out.
Was he skipping for you a little bit there, here and there?
He was, yeah. He was skipping towards the end.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
He finally took.
Mike! NTR Uncle with the 5. I refuse to become a mark for the video game industry. I will not purchase Grand Theft Auto 6. I'd rather spend $80 on the neighbor's wife or you bozos. Well, thank you, NTR Uncle, for the 5. Yankees fan with a 199. I pre-ordered Spider-Man 2. Big mistake.
Oh.
I pre-ordered it as well. Michael Steele with the $2. New FOMO is popcorn buckets. I don't understand.
True. The new FOMO is the popcorn bucket.
I don't understand it, Steph. I know you're into it. I know that there's a lot of people in. I don't understand these fancy popcorn buckets where you can fit this much popcorn into the damn thing. I don't get it.
They don't put the popcorn in there. At least not where I go. They give you a whole separate container. They give you a whole separate container for your popcorn.
I don't get it. What's the point?
Yeah.
If you're not going to put popcorn in it, then why even call it a popcorn bucket?
I just love collecting stuff. It's just like my collector mind is like, oh my gosh, I love it. I want it. Like that looks amazing.
I don't get it.
Except the $80 Galactus head one. Like that's way too much.
$80?
Yeah, it's $80.
Are you going to get the Mr. Fantastic sippy straw cup?
Ew, no.
Where you sip out of his wiener?
Yeah. Sounds like a good time, bro.
That's so bad. Yeah, or the one with like his big old booty. Did you see that popcorn?
No. I wonder if Chris Gore got the Mr. Fantastic wiener cup.
Bro.
My Betsy probably
did.
Can
you imagine like you're at the theater sipping out of the wiener and then you look down and into his eyes?
Right into his eyes. I am a bougie bitch.
Fuck.
Yikes, bro.
Gringo Mayo with a $5. Is that Kevin Smith? I've been hooked on the finals. Best shooter that I played since probably Bad Company. Fully destructible environments, fast-paced, crazy weapons. There you go.
The finals a lot of fun. It took a long time to update, and it's very specific. It's a very specific kind of shooter. So, yep.
Smeeky with a $2 says, "Hi, I'm back, Steph."
Oh my god!
Thank you, Smeeky, for the 2. Vault 95 with a 109. Be cool to watch Meek play Medieval Remake 2019 on PS4.
I mean, if I can find it on PC to play it, maybe I'll try it out. I don't play console games.
Darth Manic with a 199. Epic Mike, my brother from another color.
Hey, shout out.
Epic Gore Nick with a $2 says hashtag never beardo on FNT. Thank you for the $2. Tobias Nexus with a 10. You want to see how insanely buggy and broken a game is at launch? Go watch Tear of Grace playing Mind's Eye or Gollum. You think Gary playing it was bad? It gets so much worse. We need playable releases. You're damn right. Ariel Key with the $5. Miki, no one wants to watch someone play a broken game. Mahler with Star Wars Outlaws. Hold my blue milk.
Well, I did say for the memes, like that's one of the reasons you would play it is to make fun of it. So,
Mo Zamboni with the 2 in quotes. You have 2 Switch coins. You must be rich.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mo Zamboni, for the 2. The Night Friar with a $2. Mike is right about pre-orders. Remember Mind's Eye? Nope. Jeremy the Cyborg with a 5. Mike Beardo, check your DMs. Picture worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, I'm blocking him on all social media now. So
Here we go. I'll share it.
Don't share it.
I'll share it. This is Jeremy the Cyborg's 2 Switch coins.
Oh.
Notice he had to get them shipped to him. He had to go find them online because it's not the same. If you didn't get it day one, it's not the same. It's just a knockoff.
You don't know.
I know that he ordered them. He said he ordered them.
You don't know.
I do know.
Ordered them from Best Buy, maybe.
He ordered them.
Ordered the console from Best Buy, and
he didn't get them. He didn't get them day one.
Ordered the console.
If you don't have them from the first day on, then it's not the same. It's just imitation.
Marlon Sebo with a $10. I believe their story. They could have just recast Kang. They didn't recast T'Challa either because they were always going to make a female Black Panther and Black Panther 2 anyways. Yeah, that second part's a stretch.
Did I read somewhere? Oh no, they can't. They want a different Black Panther, not Shuri. Shuri.
I heard that they're gonna recast T'Challa and it's gonna be a T'Challa from a different multiverse.
Yes, that's what I saw. That's what I read the other day, and I saw a lot of I guess current MCU fans really upset because they're like, they already have a Black Panther. Why are people rejecting Shuri?
Yeah, well, it's because she upset them.
Yeah, she sucks.
Well, it's also because she upset the people in the office because she didn't fall in line during 2020. So,
oh, that's right.
Yep.
I always forget about that.
Quagmire with the 2 says, "LOL, your intro sucks. Ha ha ha, losers. LOL."
Thanks for the money.
Thank you, Quagmire, for
we'll
the $2.
We'll put it towards a better intro,
or just keep the one we have. Taker with a 5. In Donkey Kong Bonanza, if you take an NPC monkey's banana, he yells at you saying, "DKU." Wait, hold on. DKU can't just snack on another monkey's banana like that.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that real? Linko Kenobi with the 52 months. If they wanted to keep him, they should have recast him. Remember, Terrence Howard was replaced by Don Cheadle to play Rhodey, but I get your point, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They don't recast now. It really frustrates me.
They recasted Cassie Lang from Endgame to Ant-Man 3.
Damn, to a more insufferable actress. God, terrible.
Yeah. Mr. No One with a 199. My Arkham City coin trumps any coin that Mike has. Hell yeah.
Who's asking about your coin?
Listen, you keep bringing up coins. Everybody's going to bring up their coins too.
Everyone's got
that.
Yeah, because it's
pulling
all
out
it's all jealousy. I'm a trendsetter.
There's
I'm
better
a trendsetter.
coins out there, Mike.
Everybody's following me. They go, "Hey, I have coins too." Well, guess what? You didn't start talking about them. I started talking about my coin.
Hey, Mike, you wanna pull up Rumble and see if you have any super chats over there?
Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Linko with the 10. I'll be watching Fantastic Four tomorrow. I trust Film Threat and Jeremy John's judgment on the movie, hoping it'll be good despite the gender swap Silver Surfer. Anyways, see you guys tonight and hail. Thank you, Linko Kenobi, for the 10.
Oh, yeah, man. That's awesome.
Holden McGroin with a 16 months. I'm 41 and was in bad health 3 months ago. I quit drinking and started playing hockey. I lost 30 pounds and have never felt better. Thanks for the inspiration. Let's go, Holden McGroin.
No.
Love to hear that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know it was gay with $1. Thank you. I didn't. A gay Remy has gone extra Pedro with a 199. Epic Mike represent. Half N-words unite. What's up, Steph?
Sup.
Thank you for the 199. Pokey with a $10. If Fantastic Four is successful, it also means more Pedro. An insufferable actor I'm not thrilled to see. Apparently, I know you guys are going to hate to hear this. Apparently, he did a good job.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll be the judge, but allegedly, he did a good job. Lex Ladeni. Lex Ladeni with a 3 months. Where can I fit what into the container? Where can I fit what into the container? I don't know. Thank you for the 3 months. Alec Baldwin's finger with a $2. Does this count as interaction for Meek's chat?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
You know what? I haven't been in a Meek chat and given him money.
You don't have to
so
give me
far,
money.
He's sent me a bunch of threatening messages, like, "Where are you?" I haven't received.
Done that.
I haven't received the money, like your protection. I was like, "I'm sorry. I will go in there next time. I need to do that." Yeah, I've received a bunch of messages. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I've never done. You don't have to send me money.
It's my bad.
That's not what I heard.
I will. I promise. Don't break my knees.
Emo Otaku with the $2 Beardo is the Sami Zayn of Geeks and Gamers. That's crazy. That's crazy. Irish whips and arm drags with the 199. Meek gatekeeping a coin is wild. We're all caught up on YouTube. Do we have anything over on Rumble?
Nope, I don't see anything over on Rumble. I think we're good.
Nothing over on Rumble?
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. That's all we had for you today, guys. Steph, what do you got going on later?
I don't have anything going on. I might play a video game later, but that's about it. Nerdy News isn't going to be today. It'll be either tomorrow or Friday. So.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Epic Mike?
Yeah. Probably gonna do an Afrocast later today, just shooting the shit with people. Then Mario Kart. Tomorrow, gonna be dropping a review, hopefully for Fantastic Four, and then Friday, more Resident Evil 8.
Oh yeah. Derek PG Beller says, I did Rumble rant. What the F? Drop it right here, right now. Don't super chat. Don't super chat it. Just regular chat. What
I'm
your super
looking
chat
through the
was.
chat right here, and I'm just not seeing it at all. But maybe I'm just retarded. I am retarded.
Freaking Rumble. Let's see. Maddening with a 5. Enjoyed the show. Great job, guys. Thank you, Maddening.
Thank you.
Steph, what do you have?
Yeah.
I have the intro music stuck in my head.
Oh, okay. Derek Beller says, I forgot what I said. Well, thank you for the super chat. Anyways, regardless, thank you for the super chat.
Rumble rat, yeah.
And anybody who super chatted over on Rumble, we appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'll be live later for Bro Science, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then we're playing Mario Kart World tonight. Yay! On Geeks and Gamers Play. That'll be a great time with the locals members.
With
around
locals
the second
members.
hour.
So if you want to jump in, support on locals.
Yep. Thank you guys again for the support, for the donations, the super chats, and the recommitments. Shout out to the mods, and we'll see you guys later. But until then, goodbye, everybody. Have a good one.
Mwah.